8 female animals that don't need a male to reproduce. Komodo dragon. Komodo dragons are found on a few islands in Indonesia, including Komodo, Rinca, and Flores. They live in dry, savanna-like environments and are adapted to land-like size. Komodo dragons are the largest living lizards, with some individuals reaching up to 10 feet in length and weighing as much as 2,000 pounds. Diet. These apex predators primarily eat large mammals like deer and wild boar, but will also scavenge when necessary. They hunt using their powerful jaws and venomous bite. Reproduction. Female Komodo dragons are capable of parthenogenesis, where they can reproduce asexually, producing offspring without male fertilization. This is particularly important in isolated environments where the males may not be present. Threats. Habitat loss, human activity, and climate change threatened their populations. They are listed as vulnerable. Sharks. Habitat. Sharks are found in oceans and around the world, from the shallow coastal waters to the deep sea. Different species of shark prefer different environments, such as coral reefs, open ocean, and even freshwater rivers, like the bull shark. Size. Sharks are very greatly in size, from the teeny drop lantern shark about 6 inches or 15 cm long to the massive whale shark, which can grow up to 40 feet long. Diet. Most sharks are carnivorous, feeding on fish, seals, squids, and even smaller sharks. Some species like the whale shark or basking shark are filter feeders, eating plankton and small organisms. Reproduction. Sharks reproduce sexually with internal fertilization. Some species give live birth while others lay eggs. There are also some cases where female sharks can reproduce via parthenogenesis in captivity, but this is not common. Threats. Overfishing, habitat destruction, and the demand of shark fins have caused many shark species to become endangered. California condor. Habitat. The California condor is primarily found in California, Utah, and Arizona, in remote areas like mountains, cliffs, and canyons. They prefer open landscapes where they can sure to spot potential food. Size. These birds are massive, with a wingspan that can reach up to 9:5 feet, making them the largest land bird in North America. They weigh between 15 to 30 pounds, 6.8 to 30.6 kg. Diet. California condors are scavengers, primarily feeding on the carcasses of large mammals such as deer, cattle, and sheep. They rely on near eyesight to find food, soaring high above the ground to spot carcasses from great distances. Reproduction. Condors are slow to reproduce, with females typically laying a single egg every 2 years. Both parents take turns incubating the egg and feeding the chick. The California condor has a long maturation period, often not breeding until they are 6 to 8 years old. Conservation status. Once of the brink of extinction, with only 27 individuals remaining in the wild in the 1980s century, California condors have been successfully bred in captivity and released back into the wild. Crocodiles. Habitat. Crocodiles are found in tropical and subtropical regions of Africa, Australia, Southeast Asia, and the Americas. They live in freshwater habitats like rivers, lakes, and wetlands, but they can also be found in brackish and saltwater environments. Size. Crocodiles vary in size depending on the species, with some, like the saltwater crocodile, growing over 20 feet long and weighing over 2,000 pounds. The smallest species, the dwarf crocodile, grow to around 5 feet. Diet. Crocodiles are carnivorous and opportunistic predators. They primarily hunt fish, birds, and mammals, using their powerful jaws to capture the kill prey. Some larger species, like the saltwater crocodile, can take down large animals such as deer, wild boar, and even sharks. Reproduction. Female crocodiles lay eggs in nests built near water, and after about 3 months of incubation, the eggs hatch. Crocodiles are known for their care of the young, with some species protecting the hatchlings and even helping them get to water. Crocodiles can live for decades, and their sexual maturity varies by species. Conservation status. While many species of crocodiles are considered stable or even thriving, others, like the Cuban crocodile, are critically endangered due to habitat loss and hunting. Python. Habitat. Pythons are found primarily in sub-Saharan Africa, Southeast Asia, and parts of Australia. They live in a variety of environments, including forests, grasslands, and savannas, and are often found near water sources. Size. Pythons vary in size depending on the species. The reticulated python is one of the largest, capable of growing up to 30 feet, 9 meters long. Most pythons are non-venomous constructors, relying on suffocation to subdue prey. Diet. Pythons are carnivorous and prey on a wide range of animals, including birds, mammals, and reptiles. They typically ambush their prey, roping around it and suffocating it before swallowing it whole. Reproduction. Python lay eggs, with some species like the ball python laying 6 to 12 eggs per load. The mother incubates the eggs by whirling around them and generating heat through muscles contractions. Python do not care for their young after hatching. Conservation status. Most python species are not considered endangered, though certain species like the Burmese python in the wild are threatened by habitat loss and the pet trade. Cape honeybee. Habitat. The Cape honeybee is native to South Africa, primarily in Cape region. They live in high lives, typically in hollow trees, rock crevices, or beekeepers' apiaries. Size: cave honeybees are relatively small, with worker bees measuring about 1.2 cm in length. They are part of the Apis mellifera species, which is the same species that includes European honeybees. Diet: honeybees are herbivorous, feeding on nectar and pollen from a wide variety of flowers. They convert the nectar into honey, which they store in their hive to feed the colony during times when flowers are scarce. Reproduction: in a bee colony, there is a single queen that is responsible for laying all the eggs. Worker bees, which are females, take care of the hive and its inhabitants. The cave honeybee is unique in that its worker can lay eggs that can develop into new queens, which is different from the other bee species, where only the queen lay eggs. Conservation status: the cave honeybee itself isn't endangered, but honeybee populations in general are declined due to factors such as pesticide use, habitat loss, and diseases. Honeybees are crucial pollination, and their decline hold impact ecosystems and agriculture. Marmorkrebs or marblet crayfish habitat: the marmorkrebs, also known as the marblet crayfish, is a freshwater species native to North America, but it has spread to other parts of the world. Often due to aquarium releases, it thrives in rivers, lakes, and streams with slow-moving water and plenty of hiding places. Size: marmorkrebs are medium-sized crayfish, typically growing to about 6 to 8 inches in length. Diet: these crayfish are omnivorous, eating plant matter, detritus, and small invertebrates. They are scavengers and will feed on almost anything they can find in their environment. Reproduction: one of the most fascinating features of marmorkrebs is their ability to reproduce parthenogenetically, meaning they can reproduce asexually without the need for a mate. Female marmorkrebs produce offspring that are genetically identical clones of themselves. This ability has contributed to their rapid spread and population growth, making them invasive in some regions. Conservation status: the marmorkrebs is not considered endangered. However, because of its invasive nature, it can disrupt local ecosystems where it has been introduced. Aphids habitat: aphids are small, soft-bodied insects found on plants worldwide, including forests, gardens, agricultural fields, and grasslands. They are especially common on the underside of leaves and stems. They feed on plant shells. Size: aphids are tiny, measuring between 0.1 and 0.5 inches in length. Diet: aphids are herbivorous, feeding on the sap of plants using their specialized mouth parts to harvest plant tissues. They typically target soft plant parts like young leaves, stems, and buds. Reproduction: aphids are famous for their asexual reproduction. Most aphids reproduce by Parthenogenesis, where females produce offspring without mating. In some conditions, sexual reproduction occurs, especially when the aphids need to overwinter. During the summer months, aphid populations can explode due to their rapid reproduction rate. Conservation status: aphids are not considered endangered because they are so numerous and adaptable. They are, however, considered pests in many agricultural settings because they can damage crops and transmit plant diseases. Both animals are remarkable examples of organisms that have evolved efficient means of reproduction and survival, allowing them to thrive in their respective environments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel for more amazing content.